How's it going, everybody? Let's see here real quick. Um, all right. Thanks for everyone getting on this last minute stream. But I just had some things I was going to just talk about tonight. It kind of gives me a rest to some time to rest from playing Street Fighter because I'm in heavily training mode right now, and it feels good to just be off for a little bit. But let's just say hi to the chat real quick. Dennis, what's going on, my brother? I see you. And B Chan, what's up? What's up, man? Thanks for being here. We've got other people coming on too in just a minute. Mutant Corpse, what's up? What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Also, um, I appreciate everybody here coming on. And like I said, this was a very last minute, and I appreciate everybody being here. I really do. So, and of course, man, listen, if I had gold stars to give out, Alan Kiefer, you would be right there, son. Thanks for always supporting me and my partner in crime, Chasen. I know he's at work right now, so I messaged him, hey man, what's up? And he's actually at work right now, but we do have a few other people getting on here shortly. But listen, so why the random stream tonight? So, like I said, I was practicing, and it gives me an excuse to rest, is one. But two, I want to talk about some things that I don't normally talk about, which is right here, which most of you probably haven't seen quite yet, and how there is nothing here. There's nothing here. So, if most of y'all didn't know, um, my collection was pretty stacked at one time, and I had a ton of statues. I sold everything and started rebuilding, and I went straight for my Iron Man collection that I was really wanting, and then I got the Alex Ross pieces that I just could not live without. They're there, and now we're rebuilding to this side. If you haven't guessed yet, it's going to be a lot of DC. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And then my man Marcos, what's
What's
up,
good?
Marcos?
What's good?
What's up, man? Man, I'm sorry for the last minute, but thanks for getting on.
No, you're good, man. I just got done with everything I needed to get done with. So
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I'm famous for the last minute stream from now on.
last second,
Yeah,
everybody join in right now.
but you know what? Everybody came, so that was just really awesome to see.
That's
So that's
good.
really good. A lot of people get jumping on. But yeah, man. So look, I was just talking about where we're at right now with my own collection, and I think m- I think everybody like yourself, Chasen, Freddie, know my man cave better than anybody because y'all seen it here. We've done reviews and everything else inside here.
Yeah.
We talked about like Marcus, the empty wall over here,
Gotham.
and yeah, and what's gonna happen next over here. So I'm gonna bring up. I got some news today from a good friend of mine, and you guys may know him. Let me bring it up here real quick on the stream so we can get this going here. Let me see. Yep. I got some news today
Uh-oh. What happened?
from the Todd father,
Oh.
and a lot of people have talked about these, but guess what? It's been on low key for a while, right? Because he's working on some projects and getting things done. There really hasn't been a whole lot of news on these, but I cannot deny that these are some of the best pedestals I have ever seen.
Hmm.
So my curiosity got up a little bit today, and as I was working, Marcos, working. I, I messaged Todd and said, "Hey, do we still plan to do these? How's this coming along?" And his information was that these are coming for sure, and he does have well, he didn't say not to say it, so I guess I'll go ahead and say it. But there is going to be a new design for this.
Ooh, nice.
A new design, and then also it's going to come in three sizes, and I have the sizes right here. Let me go ahead and just bring this up real quick. They're going to come in 30, 35, and 40 inches tall. That's how they're going to come. And to me, those are like the perfect sizes. Don't you agree, Marcos?
What's up?
Don't you agree those are the perfect
Oh
size?
yeah. I don't know much about pedestals, obviously, but they like
Mhm.
these. I don't know about sizes wise, but
Mhm.
these for sure. I know the lights can switch color, so
Mhm.
that's even a more of a plus. I know the pricing's gonna be pretty high, but with all
Yeah.
pedestals, it's gonna be a higher price. Honestly, I looked at in the past about like getting maybe pedestals,
Yeah.
and they're all gonna be expensive. But
Right.
if you can get the add-ons like this with the color changes and that now you said new designs, so
Mhm.
I don't know, man.
Well,
These definitely look good.
yeah. I do know that they have. You can switch out the logo too. You
Hmm.
can have it say whatever you want. They're interchangeable, and they do light up, and they are definitely coming.
Yeah,
And it gives it more of a almost a museum look. And I really appreciate that. I really do.
it's
The
definitely a
party,
museum look. What's up,
yeah,
Equal?
Hey,
yeah. The
looks like we're
party
getting
has
more
now started.
pedestals.
Hey, what's up? So, hey, Equan, sorry for the last minute stream. I think I'm famous for that now. But thanks for getting on, man. We were just jumping into Todd's pedestals and how we were talking today about they are still coming, and they are coming in three sizes, and they are also coming in a new design that he said is top secret. So this
New
is still
design,
happening.
huh?
Yeah, I mean, I thought this design was freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
So he did announce that today. I was talking to Chasen today, and we were kind of going back and forth, whatever. Now this is while I was working, Equan. I was working,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was getting this done today, so I was multitasking. So yeah, Mondays I usually work from my desk. But anyways, but yeah, this is something that has been on my mind for a while now, and I was telling Marcos is like yourself, Freddie, and Chasen know my man cave better than anybody, I think. But think of these two on each side of my TV with like two busts or two like 1/3 scale
Yeah,
statues.
huge pieces.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's
that
gonna
would look.
be in pairs at least, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I just can't get one, man. I need
Nah,
one each side of my
No,
TV. Yeah, I
you
think
can't
it would look,
have just one on one side and nothing on the other. It
that
makes no
looks so weird.
sense. Those
yeah,
are
it would look
Uneven.
strange.
But I
Um,
know you said you thought about putting one of the either Jungle Hunter on one side and the
yeah,
Berserk 1/3, or both Jungle Hunter and City Hunter. I know you said that.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
I know the Iron Man bus is coming, and then you're thinking about Doctor Strange now too. Maybe
yeah,
in the future. So there's
yeah.
so many things you can do. Like it'll look great on any any this like statue displays. This will always stand out.
Yeah, so I know once I get them set up in here, I'll already have a final decision made, right? But there's so many great like standalone pieces right now. In my opinion, there are so many great ones that can go here. So I'm just gonna have to make a decision. Um, I do have the RDJ bus coming, so we're gonna have to figure something out. And I do have. I'm not. I'm thinking about the Strange bus as well. I thought that would look just freaking amazing on both sides, or either Predator on both sides, or however the case may be. But I do
S-
have a spot for the Ronin statue. I've
Okay.
made.
Okay, that's what I was. That was
I
my
made.
next question.
Yeah, let's go right here, real quick. Um, do you see how there's a gap there, right at the end over there?
I
That
see.
small section right there. There'll be the art right there, and then below it will be the Ronin statue, and then over
Okay.
here would be DC on the side. So yeah, I mean, because the Ronin piece is a stand, right? It's a stand. I mean, it can
It
be,
is.
it can be.
It is basically.
My partner in crime. Listen, man, this man is at work, but still jumped on to say hello to everybody. So he's always got my back, man. Whatever I
Man,
need.
it's wrecking cars right now.
I know, man.
Hey yo.
Start pulling cars, bro. So
That
yeah,
scratch was there the whole time.
yeah. Oh
Right.
man, yeah. And he doesn't just park like some Honda Civics, man. He's parking some really
I
expensive
know.
vehicles here.
The scratch makes it look better, dude. I swear.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I have a spot for Ronin. I created that because I really wanted to make sure that I had a really good idea of how this is going to go. 11, what's up, brother? Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, he's always here now.
Man, bro, we have so many supporters, man. I can't thank everybody enough. I cannot. We have so many people that are just coming on, and oh, my man, Ledge is on too. Ledge, what's good, man?
Oh,
Everybody,
there we go.
man. We have so many supporters, and I can't thank everybody enough. But that's my idea for the Ronin statue. And keep in mind, it's 1/4 scale, right? So it's not going to take a huge footprint up, and it's going to be a great standalone piece. The more I look at that, the more I want it. Like the more I want that. So
Yeah, I wanted to. Damn.
yeah,
I wish you guys didn't talk about it so much.
I am sorry,
now,
man.
Now I want one, and now every day I check the deals for it.
Oh, God.
You guys see today is like I saw
I
someone post
know.
like that one. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, let me see if the other one's up. And it wasn't. I was
Yeah,
like, you guys
I
got
did the
so
exact
lucky.
same thing.
I know you guys got so lucky today. That's 1K
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking today too just to see what they had, but that's where it's gonna go. But what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to build a. I'm gonna take the rack that I'm gonna buy, but I'm gonna make it look like a Maji case. I know I can do this.
Like put some
Yeah,
panels in the back.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it look just like a Maji
I'm
case.
gonna do that too when I like really get my own like
Okay.
real own man cave type place. I was thinking about doing that too.
Yeah, so I mean, Payne is like, if you look at his setup, man, every time I look at that with those with that Batman and inside, it looks so great, man.
The Harley and all that you're talking about. The
Yeah, it
J&D,
looks
yeah.
great. Yeah, the J&D stuff looks so fantastic like that. But I have an idea of how to get this done, and I want to make sure that when I do it, I want to do it right to where it looks more like a Maji case. So what's it's going to look like is the left side. I'm thinking about leaving it and having art with it, and I'm thinking about converting this one as well. So I'm not sure what to do quite yet with that, but uh, me and Jason talked about it, and I had an idea. The problem with my idea is I've got to remove the bottom shelf, I've got to remove the top shelf, and only the middle shelf will be remaining. And I tried messing with it a little bit, and it's not very stable like that. So
Mhm.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So we're gonna have to figure something else out. So, but that's my plan, and I'll bring up what I want it to look like here. Let me see here. Let's take a look here. And there's the pedestals.
Now, are you gonna stock up on these just in case for like future proofing, or are you just gonna get what you need?
Yeah, well, are you talking about the
The pedestals.
pedestals? I'm gonna get two.
Okay.
I predict. Let's just do a prediction. I predict in the chat. Predict what you think they're going to be. But I'm going to make a prediction. $1,200 each. That's what I'm going to predict.
Well, there's like two. There's going to be another design, right, or concept that he's doing. Is it going to be? Did he tell you it's going to be like a more expensive one or like a cheaper version? I don't know.
He didn't say.
Okay,
He didn't say.
but like the
But-
base model, I guess I can see like with the light up features and everything. I can see 12 to 13 to 14. I think that's like 1,200 to 1,400
Okay.
with shipping, obviously too.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're going to run. This is what I'm going to go after and what I'm going to make it look like. One thing I've come to learn with statues is if you don't have the right lighting, it does not look as good. Your presentation does not look as good. So I didn't learn that till later, and the more I worked on it, the more I realized that this is the way it should be. And I talked to an expert, which is Aiden Martinez, and all of his ideas and what he did and when he was building his collection. And look, man, he has some of the best lighting I've ever seen from anyone. So I took his advice, and he gave me some advice and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna make it look just like this. I think if you notice, these are black backgrounds. I was thinking of going white, believe it or not, and making it stand out a little bit more. I think that'll bring out the contrast a little bit more. What I need to do is Photoshop stuff into this, and I'll know what looks the best to me. Have you seen these big shelving from Magic Case that are white backgrounds? Has anyone seen
Mhm.
that?
Yeah, I've
I
seen
Yes,
think
I've seen it. Yeah.
yeah. Gem Mint did a video and he had one like that, and it really stands out. I mean, it really does.
it's great for
Um,
museum pieces.
it really
With
is.
the white like looking, feature on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Jason's asking, keep the top shelf, but the here's the problem with that is that the Iron Man half scales will go on the bottom with no shelf. They're going to be just on the floor here and on the carpet. I'm going to do a Stark Industries rug underneath them. That's what I was going to make it. Well, when you raise the shelf up, now the Hulkbuster by XM won't fit on the top shelf because of the shelf above it because it's too high. So I thought to just okay, we'll take the bottom shelf out and take the top shelf off and just put a platform on top so you can still have the lighting coming down on it. Well, that makes it very unstable. So can't do that. I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I don't know what quite yet, but I need to start and just kind of brainstorming. I may have to replace this rack here and get a totally different one. Maybe something that's longer. We'll have to see. I know they make even some that are longer than this. So that could be another option. I just don't know quite yet how to do this. I usually have it all Photoshop. It's ready, no problem. Boom, I'm
They
here.
don't have the commercial 1/3 statue cases out yet, or is that still experimental?
No, I think it's still experimental. I know Chasen really wants that too.
I know a
And
guy like custom ordered it to make it like that, right? Supposedly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I
then I
think
think Brian said he's gonna like make a whole like line that fits like those statues.
yeah, Jason
Like,
talked about him
yeah.
and he said we want to get something like that. So if he ends up doing that, man, it'll look great, but that is gonna take a shitload of room. I mean, a
Mhm.
bunch of room. I mean, you're gonna have to have a tall ceiling for one, and secondly, you're gonna have to have a wall that sticks out about 35 inches or whatever plus from the
Yeah,
wall.
you're gonna need a museum, basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's insane.
it's really big, but I guess we all know what size statues Chasen loves,
Mhm.
and he has got some fantastic pieces. But once he gets this set up and put in, it's going to look great. He's just going to have to get. I know he plans on moving, so when he does get his place, he's going to have to make sure that he has plenty of room to get that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot
That
of.
the place where I'm looking for like around maybe like this time next year, I'm looking for a place with a huge like game room, like the tall ceilings and like just big. That's the only thing I really care about, like because I
Yeah,
can fit all the shit in, obviously. So that's the one thing that's have to be a must. So
yeah. I own a large piece of property here,
mhm.
so we planned on moving. And uh, you know, in the next year or so. But I was talking to my wife. I was like, why don't we? Because we talked about selling the property. So why don't we just build a whole entire new home here? And I kind of laid it out for her. It's kind of up in the air, but when we
Yeah,
do, I'm gonna have a huge, and I mean huge man cave, huge.
yeah,
It'll be right next to where we watch movies and everything else. But what's
nice.
cool is I want to have like, you know, half scales. I'm gonna all the pieces that I wanted that I couldn't get because of room.
Room, yeah.
I'm gonna get them.
And I know you don't have a big like kind of like a mini barn, right? Like you didn't build one out too, yeah.
Dude, that would be great if I had that. I don't have that. Yeah, I
No,
have like.
I thought you said you're gonna build one like on your property.
Oh yeah, I mean, I want to. I thought about building like a storage unit, like a huge
Hmm.
one, to store boxes because I'm paying like I think it's like
Yeah,
$112 a month or something, and I kind of want to just build my own, But I'm gonna get it laid out. A friend of mine from overseas, he's an architect, and I'm gonna talk to him about like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, what do I want to do. But you know what I need for my movie room as you walk in? The Queen Studios Matrix 1-to-1 scale. That's what I need, man. If it ever
it'll
happens.
never happen. I'm about to say.
I know. Yeah. It'll never happen. I want it to, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So
If Infinity did it, would you be happy?
what's
Like if
that?
like if Infinity like Studio if they did like a 1-to-1 bus, would you be happy with that or no?
I don't think that is gonna cut it. I want
Mhm,
something pretty amazing when you walk in, like you walk, like you're going down to the theater room, like on the hallway. So
mhm.
I was gonna have movie posters, and then when you got to there, then you'd walk in and you'd have like Neo, and then inside maybe Aliens and Predator, and
All the
just
movie stuff.
all
Yeah.
movie stuff. Yeah, that I really love a lot. So I'm still kind of debating like what's the best way to do this. I got friends to help me out and to come on in. Demoa, man, my man's on. What's going on, brother? Thanks for being here. So, yeah, man, look, that's my plan. And what I wanted to do was to build, and I'm going to make it look like a Magic case. And I know I can do this because I've seen so many videos of people doing this extremely well. And people that know nothing about, you know, carpentry or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like I can just kind of build my own like shelving too, because I bought a portable like skill saw, and I can take it anywhere. It's got wheels on it, and just take it and prop it up and cut 2x4s all day long, no problem.
Mhm.
You can't cut plywood with it. So, but let's see, I'm loving talking here. Let's see. Having trouble displaying big statues, just use the half. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about right now. Is that um, when we're displaying like some of these half scales? Well, if anybody knows like what the size of a half scale and how big it is, trying to get that.
It's like 40
Uh,
inches usually, I would say,
yeah,
for a human character.
the problem is with that is that you'll raise it so high, and the next shelf will not fit my other collection pieces. So it's mainly the Hulkbuster by XM that will not fit on the next shelf. Well, the easiest thing to do is take the top shelf off. Well, if you do that, you won't have lighting anymore. You'll have to. Well, you can use spotlights. Well, that doesn't look to me as good. So, well, in some cases it does, but in this case, where the way I have this set up,
Mhm.
I just don't like it like that.
I think
So,
Spotlight looks good only with Batman, I swear. Like,
oh,
cause
really?
he's, like, on the rooftop and the lights are coming up like how he is on, like, the comics and the movies. That's the only character I think those look good on.
Hey, Chase, saying, yes, please ask him about
Mhm.
it. And I think that'll be, and if it does go up for PO, I'm going to order it and I'm going to store it. Because my storage unit is, it's got AC, it's got, so it's cooled. So I don't have to worry about that. Because, Marcos, can you imagine putting that in this Texas heat? There'd be no way, man. There'd be no way. It wouldn't make it.
If it's, especially with, what's it called, silicone,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it would melt.
I'd be so disappointed too.
Mhm.
I'd be so disappointed here too. So yeah, so check it out. So I thought about taking off the top shelf, and for one, it becomes unstable because I was trying to experimenting, and the you got these huge bars now on the side that kind of stick up because there's no shelf on top, so it makes it look like it's in like a half empty box. So to me, that's very bothersome. So I've got to figure out like what's the best way to get this done. I may have to go a different route. I'm just not sure quite yet what to do. But this bad boy is 72 inches long and can hold like what 5,000 pounds or something. It's like crazy. But it's really heavy duty industrial. Like whatever you put on this, it's not gonna fall off. That's first thing. The problem is when you start removing all the shelves from it and just have one shelf in the middle. Yeah, it's not nearly as sturdy anymore. It's almost rickety.
See,
So
you have like a very creative and also time consuming way of putting it all together. Like my coworker of mine is like he wants to spend the least amount of time making this. So he just what he did was
mm,
in his basement floor. He doesn't collect like statues in a sort of
yeah,
sense. He collects like marble statues of like Asian culture stuff. I don't know.
okay,
But what he did is he put garage cells throughout his entire like basement floor, like all the way around. and then
Oh.
he just daisy chained LED lights on the top all the way around. But I
Oh.
think it gets hot when you put that many lights in there.
I can see that.
Um, But he said, well, it didn't take him any time at all because again, like the way I said it, it's you just slap them together and put up
Mhm.
lights, so it's
Wow.
completely different from you completely customizing it. So
Yeah.
just food for thought. But again, that's the very short and quick and easy way to do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I definitely want to uh, take my time to make sure I make the right choice because it's a pain in the ass to move this stuff around. But I recommend anybody, like if they're doing any kind of moving with heavy stuff, use carpet sliders, man. I even have the big rack on a carpet slider. So I can just move it to the other side of the room or whatever. So yeah, I've
Yeah,
been it actually very, very helpful. When I,
yeah.
so
I put those little mini discs under. I don't know what it is. That
yeah,
what that carpet slider is? You put it under the things that don't have wheels, and you just push them. They just glide.
yeah, that's what I have. And I've got some that are like huge. I mean, they're big. And I have them under the Hulkbuster. I have them under Mark One. I have them on the garage shelf. I just move them
Mhm.
everywhere around, so I don't have to pick that stuff up anymore. So okay, so
Oh,
leave the bottom shelf and just take chop the bars. That's easier said than done.
yeah. You're gonna need some like industrial strength tools for
Yeah,
that.
because this is solid steel. This is not a aluminum or plastic because it would take a hell of a cutter to cut that off. But I mean, it's a good idea. So what was it? Let me see here. You buy Costco garage shelves and do what you want. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what he did. Yeah, Costco
yeah,
garage shelves. Those are the
yeah,
cheapest option.
yeah. I have some that are really nice too. I just haven't set them up yet. And I'm thinking about doing multiple of those in here. That could be another option because I know you can take them apart and make two of them, and I know you can just literally just hollow it out and just put a top and a bottom, and then boom, put your half scales in there, and then now or however you want to do it. I have to kind of play with it a little bit more, but that could be another option too. But my overall goal is to make it look like a Maji case when I get done, and that's the look I'll be going for. If I really love it, I may do it to the other one too. We'll see. But people kind of like how I have it. I do too, like the artwork and stuff behind Iron Man. That way, I mean, I photoshopped all that stuff too. So, and I did get a price equine for getting the canvas of the turtles, the Ronin piece, and it's going to cost me like next to nothing, like $60 or something. So,
Oh wow, I
yeah,
want one of those then.
it's not going to be expensive at all.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be able to get that. I'm going to put that with it. But yeah, man, that's my plan to make them look like kind of garage shelf. I mean, going from garage shelves to kind of like a Magic case. I know a lot of people have seen those videos where people have changed them backgrounds and things. There's one guy on YouTube I watched him do it. Like I was like, man, this is not going to work. And sure enough,
Fucking worked.
it worked really good. I was like, wow, this looks fantastic. So think about what they're charging like for a Maji case like that size, $1,700. I can probably do it for $350, $400 maybe. I think that can go to another statue. I think so. Yeah, man. So like I said, I'm that's what I'm pumped about right now, and I was thinking about it all day. But I got home, I practiced, and I feel like I've over practiced in some ways. I kind of want to take a little break, and that's why I just thought I'd throw it on stream and see what everybody's thoughts were. But
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's not something it's something you want to go over, triple, quadruple check before you do anything. This is a pretty big commitment for sure. So
yeah, it's yeah. You know what? Heat Jason is right. He's exactly right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's exactly right.
That's not your biggest piece, is it?
It is not my biggest piece, but my God,
Heaviest or no?
what's that?
Is it the heaviest piece or is it Hulkbuster?
Hulkbuster by Queen is
Yeah.
the heaviest, hands down, because it's that bass, bro. That
Yeah.
bass that comes on, and not to mention, if anybody's unboxed this, that bass is at the bottom of the box, so you have to take everything out first, and then get down there to get the base out. Not to mention, I'm like 5'9", right? I'm trying to get in there to pull this out, and my wife was screaming, "You're gonna hurt your back, bloody murder!" And I grab it by the one peg, and I lift it out of the box, and pick it up and hold it, and then put it on my shoulder and walk in the house with it, and put it down, whatever, and then um, I grab one arm, put one arm at a time on the carpet, and we both lifted Hulkbuster out of the box to the body, and I grabbed a hold of it while she opened the door, and she was waiting for me in here, and I just stuck it on the
Oh,
peg, and that was it, man. That was it.
good thing she helps you because I don't know how you did this by yourself.
There's no way to do it by yourself if you're trying to put. You may be able to. I lifted it by myself. You can do that. You just can't. I mean, unless you're just badass, to be able to hook that peg into that foot without as you're struggling
Oh
to
my
hold it to
God.
get it in there, it's too heavy.
Mhm.
Like you're trying to do that, whatever. But I know, there's been videos of people like 6 people moving it around, whatever. I guess that's the safest way, but I mean, it
6
just wasn't that
people.
heavy. It just wasn't that heavy. My man, Martin Aiden, what's up, brother? So. I mean, again, if anybody's trying to work on their lighting and uh, check out some examples, make sure you check out Aiden's A Plus Collectors page. He has got some of the best pictures that I've ever seen when it comes to lighting. He can't be beat when it comes to that. All the things that I did on my collection came from him. Like I asked him, like, what looks best? What should I do? And that's where it came from. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's my plan, and it gave me a really good reason to rest today. But Equan, I know you're still into figures quite a bit, and so is Freddie. But I almost feel like you're transitioning a little bit into more statues. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I've had statues before, but I never made the leap to like the expensive stuff like Prime One and stuff
Okay.
until recently.
Oh
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
there was
back.
there's no thing where it was like, oh, I want to get statues. It's like because I
Okay.
saw that piece, I'm like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
Like I saw the Hush Batman piece, and I was
Okay.
like, oh, I want that. I never said, oh, I want to make the transition. It's the piece that made me want that piece. So same with the throne. It's like I didn't plan on buying another one, but I saw that
Mhm.
piece. I'm like, oh, I want that piece.
Yeah.
So that's what made me make the decision.
When you say the Hush Batman, is it the one where he's in the cave?
Yeah, the 1/3 cave.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen that statue from like the left and right side, and how
Yeah,
big the cape is?
yeah.
Like,
It's it takes up a lot of like uh, depth
yeah.
as
Oh yeah.
well. So
Hmm.
it was like when I got that mainly because of where I'm living now. It's too much for me to display.
Yeah.
So I sold that off, and I'm doing 1/4 until I get like
Oh,
my
you had it.
place.
Oh, you had
I
it.
did have
I,
it. I
I
had
didn't
it.
know that.
That was my
Okay.
first Prime One,
Okay. Okay.
and then uh, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm probably if they do the 1/4 line, I'll probably get that rebuy that in the one
Okay.
fourth. Um,
Yeah.
but once I have the space like you, then I'll start going for the bigger pieces.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
And yeah, I'm not going for the piece because I just want just 1/3 statues. It's all based on how much I want that specific piece.
Mhm.
That's a really good way of looking at it, because I mean, well, you coming in and getting like the tactical throne, that is one of the best Batman statues. I think the best 1/3 is the one Marcos has. I think that's one of the best 1/3s ever made.
Yeah, tech.
That version. I really
Yeah,
love that one. Um, that one and the Dark Knight 3 are my favorites. Like those are my two favorites 1/3s. But
I want to eventually get that. There's actually I went to Comic Con. I saw that in person, not the Dark Knight 3, but the one before that, the one where
oh yeah,
he's
on
going for
the
battering
yeah.
with multiple loadouts. I
Hmm.
do want to chase that eventually at some point as well. So
If
there's some pieces I had in the back of my mind, but I can't have it right now.
Yeah,
mhm.
makes
If
sense.
you do end up going with that one, make sure you get the piece that Prime One made, especially for that, because it did have a lean issue. But they give you like this extra little pedestal you put behind it, and it actually cradles it up the cape, and it makes it perfect after that.
I see.
So
Okay.
make sure you get that with it if you do get that piece.
Oh man, that 1/3 Batman Hush Cave one that had some big leading issues for a lot
There
of
were
people.
some leaning issues,
Yeah,
yeah.
I literally saw some like sideways. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
ridiculous. And like the person like showed like the email Prime One would said like, we see nothing wrong with the statue. I'm like, oh my god, like that's
It was so bad to the point
Yeah.
where someone made a janky fix to it so it wouldn't
Yeah.
lean. I forgot how they
Really?
propped it up, but yeah.
Like
It
here's the
was,
thing with stuff like that. Like here's my problem, is that I know how Prime One like addresses this. Hey, there is no issue. You just do this. It's not so bad. Whatever the case may be. Yes, it is bad. Yes, you did make something that didn't hold up. And guess what? Yes, you are going to replace it because this isn't $50. This
yeah,
is
no.
like I just spent like $2,000 to get this to me, and it's gonna be right. I am so sorry, but I'm not taking no for an answer. That's how it went down with me in Prime One. I guess everyone knows
Mhm.
that story or whatever. But I mean, it's like, I mean, I never want to, put somebody in that position, but I was not willing for them to say, "Oh, it's okay, just glue it." No, it's not okay.
No, no.
It's not
Playing a
okay.
$60 figure. Come on.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
was so happy that the Detective 1000 had the PVC cape
Yeah, me too.
because I was scared about that because when I saw the Hush Batman, I was like, oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
then because I always tell you that the emblem, the yellow emblem is like my favorite Batman look and like a
Yeah.
gray suit like that too. So
Yeah.
I was like, I want this so bad. And then I think it was Batman Statue Collector when he got his in and said it was like PVC lightweight. I'm like, oh, I'm getting
Yeah.
it right away. And then I got so lucky with the sale on Sideshow and it had like double reward points. So like it was
Oh
like the
yeah.
perfect storm to get it. It was so lucky.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you made it like a bandit that day then, because you
Yeah,
got
I
it.
saved like 200 from like retail plus, like retail and shipping on Prime
Yeah.
One site.
Yeah.
I saved like 200 pretty much easy.
Well, I mean, you saved $200. Equan saved $300 going through someone we won't mention because they can't sell Prime One. But he
Oh
he,
yeah,
he,
yeah,
he did buy. He did save some money as well. And my man is on. Oh, my man Freddie. My man Freddie.
Ready
Man,
spaghetti.
sorry, bro. Last minute Jimmy right here, man. Last minute Jimmy.
It's all good.
It's last minute Jimmy. But yeah. So Marcos, like when they did announce that, and I know you're saying you were stoked to have a PVC cape.
Mhm.
Just think about this: what if they did the
Holly?
Batman the Hush
Oh yeah,
with also a PVC cape?
like a new,
Well, if they would have did it in the beginning, if they
Oh
would've-
yeah, that would have been good. Yeah, that would have been awesome. But like, I don't know. Are you saying would I have gotten it?
No, I'm saying like,
Oh.
can you imagine if someone is a
yeah.
real big fan of that
Mhm.
and got a PVC cape? They probably wouldn't have leaning issues right now.
No, for sure. Like that thing would be straight up.
Yeah,
That thing was
because
straight up and down. Unless if they messed up on the key. I don't know if they did or not. I never got that piece.
mhm.
But it could have been a key issue too, also. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the cape. I heard the cape was heavy, so
Yeah, Equan, did you have any lean issues with yours?
No. That's the first thing I checked because it was in the box for a long time.
Okay.
And once I heard the lean issue, I immediately opened it up and then put that together. And I didn't see anything like that. It might be like over time situation as well.
Yeah.
So again, the PVC cape is probably the best design.
Okay.
And also, you know what it reminds me of? When I put that together, it made me think of when you're like moving all your pieces. Dude, my hands were like shaking the whole time. Not because of being nervous, but
Oh shit.
like from carrying it and lifting it I did the whole thing by myself. And I'm like grunting and I'm like my body's shaking from like holding it for a long periods of time. But yeah, that was you never forget that type of feeling.
I don't get nervous, right, when I'm moving this
Yeah.
stuff around. My wife is the one. Oh God, be careful! Oh my God, be careful! I'm like, woman, please let me just put this where it needs to go. I got this, So she's like freaking out as I'm doing this, what makes it like worse, right? But
Yeah, know the feeling.
yeah. So
That's me when I'm driving, so I get it.
yeah. When I had COVID and I was moving this stuff around, I mean, I was just drenched in sweat, like just drenched before we went on the street. So I took a shower before we got on. But I was definitely ill moving this stuff around while she has COVID too, saying, "Oh, be careful! Oh my God, be careful!" I said, "Woman, please let me just put this where it goes." But she's just so worried because she knows what this things cost. So she doesn't
Hmm.
anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Look, uh, Freddie, we were talking about the new spec fiction. Not new; they've been announced, but let me just bring that back up real quick.
Let's pull that up
Yeah,
real quick.
let me see here. Here we go. So,
Oh, this is what I want.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
For that exact bus, I'm
okay.
Freddie.
yeah,
All right.
I got Leah. So I just
That's what I'm
need.
saying for that exact bus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, just I need this.
I have an update for you. So I talked to Todd today, and these are still happening, and they are coming in 3 sizes, and a new design is coming to them as well.
Ooh.
So I told him, look, I'm in for 2, man. I'm in for 2. Like it doesn't really matter what they cost, but I have to have 2 of them, one for each side. So these
in.
are a must coming home, and if anybody knows me personally, they know I deserve it because what I went through with my other pedestals. So yeah. So Freddie, you in for one of these?
100%. I know the last time he mentioned that he was trying to, I guess, figure the sizes and the schematics as far as
Yeah.
how he was going to do it.
Yeah.
And I was saying to myself, I was like, it'd be nice if they had one that was a little bit smaller than that one. Or I don't know if that's the tallest, or if he's gonna have another one that's higher. But I was like, I'm definitely gonna do one because I don't know if this is gonna be my like one and done only bust.
Okay.
So definitely in for one. Oh, and I was asking him too. I was like, would the lights be interchangeable? Like you'd be able to turn the light on or off, or have one where it's just like it didn't highlight at the bottom and or the
Okay.
top or something like that. So I'm curious to see what he's gonna do. If he's gonna keep the same design or
Okay. So here's the sizes, and I need to share a photo that McLovin sent me. It's pretty beast. Let me show. Let me go to Todd's. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the sizes. Sizes 30, 35, or 40 inches tall.
okay.
Those are the sizes. So I've never seen anything quite like this, and leave it to the Todd father to come up with something, like this. Can you imagine like
This
the
is hot.
RDJ? It is the RDJ bust on this, saying, Iron Man or Stark Industry or Tony Stark or whatever. Um, I think that'll be amazing. That'll
Yeah.
be amazing. So I'm in for 2 for sure. And I was telling everyone else is that you guys know my man cave better than anybody else. Like one on each side of my TV. That's how it's gonna
That actually,
go. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good idea.
So that's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna share this picture here. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
what I love about this, I mean, the number one aspect is the light. But yeah, I remember he said it changes colors, so you don't have to like
So
you can
nice,
change it to red, yellow, green. I'm like, yo,
bro.
what that? When he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Freddie, you know what would look dope if you get that Bruce Lee bust and you had it like the black and yellow, just throw it out there. Throwing
no,
it
he
out
went
there,
there.
bro.
He went
Hey,
there.
I see
He
it on
went
Daily Deals way too much. That's all.
Don't even enable me. But yeah, no, but my
there.
part of this has changed because now it's the Ronin now. I think that's number
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I mean,
It's too many days of this stuff.
I think this is here. This here is going to be something that when you set it up in your room, it's gonna be an eye catcher, right?
Yep.
It's gonna be lit up. And check this out: both of them hooked up to Alexa. Alexa, turn on stands, or Alexa, turn on.
Oh,
I'll probably have it Stark Industry. Oh, sorry, Alexa. But I would say, her name and then turn on Stark Industries or whatever, and it'll turn on these.
yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to get these 2 of them, and I showed them to my wife today. She, just buy them. I was like, they're not out yet, woman. Come on, but I'm going to get.
Chill out, woman. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm going to get 2 of these. Yeah, if you're coming,
I wonder if I get to, would I be able to sneak these in the living area? I wonder if my
man.
wife will let me because it goes because my entertainment stand in the living room it's basically like all white.
Yeah, yeah,
So
Oh,
it's like
okay.
a white scheme. So it's like you
Mm.
could put those two on the side.
yeah.
Like, yeah, those look good.
So when I'm excited for this. This is something I want to get, and I was more excited too to hear that they're still coming, and there's an
Yeah.
updated version. And he even said someone rented these out and borrowed them for an event or something. And I love them. I love them. I've got to have them. So these are coming home.
Do you think he's gonna have them like ready to ship once he puts them up for order? Do you think it's gonna be
No,
pre-order? Okay.
I think he's going to say, okay, they're up for pre-order,
Yeah.
and then maybe 6 months, 8 months down the road, they'll be ready to go out.
Gotcha.
Because think about how many he's going to sell first of all. And as a businessman, I mean, this is what I would do as a businessman. Guess what? I'll take all the deposits, turn around and use that to get these built, and then I'll sell it to you. I mean, that's how I would do it. But I don't know how exactly how the business works. But anyways, yeah, that's going to be a great add-on to anybody's piece. Let me bring up this picture McLovin showed out because we've been talking about um, the setup I want to do, but also what shelves I'm going to be using. And McLovin was kind enough to share this picture with us. Check this out.
Ooh.
If you don't know, Hulkbuster is a big statue.
That's, is that,
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it looks right in this area. I wonder what kind of lighting he's. You know what? I think I knew. He's got like LEDs behind this, and it kind of illuminates the background. So it looks fantastic.
God
It
of
looks,
War ones. That's what I was wondering.
it looks great, man. And that jet wing is a crazy big piece.
Yeah.
So to see this on there like that, that's pretty impressive. I wonder how deep these shelves are. If you're in the chat, loving how deep these shelves are. So, but yeah, I mean, that's a great setup right there. It looks very museum style.
Yeah.
I forgot how
Looks like
big
he
that
got lights
book was.
underneath too, as well.
Yeah,
I
I think he
think.
does.
yeah.
It looks real clean like that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Freddie, I was telling the chat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some bigger garage shelves, but I'm going to make them look like a Maji case.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're gonna do the manual route and do
Right.
that.
Yeah,
Cut the plexiglass and everything.
I'm going to customize everything and make it look good. I've seen so many videos of people doing this, and it's all it. I mean, if they can do it, I know I can do it. So I'm going to
Yeah.
figure out how this works and just kind of make it happen. So
Yeah. That's
that'll
cool.
be something I'll be doing pretty soon. So I mean, I was looking at like the Maji case, like the Max 801,
Mhm.
and it has a similar. It's kind of a similar this one right here. Kind of look that I was trying to create right here, like this. But I did notice they had black backgrounds. I kind of want to do the white backgrounds.
Yeah. So like with mine, because this looks like it's just like for Max 140s. Not sure
Yeah.
if it's like, but
Thank you,
yeah, because I got fours. That's kind of what I wanted to do with my
Mhm.
four, which is just
Okay.
have it like 2-2.
Mhm.
But because of how small my office is, I have to just stack up three, and then I'll have to put like the one single somewhere else.
Okay.
But with these, I like. Are you trying to do it where you have it like you get just straight across, like the way it is
Yes.
now with that length?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yes. Just like this. I have an idea what I could do.
I like that. So.
I'm just not quite sure. I've got to get some measurements. I've got to Photoshop stuff. I mean, oh, and I was telling Equan Eddie, Freddie, sorry, that I did get a price quote for that. That canvas is going to be like $60 for that canvas for
Oh, the Ronin.
Ronin. Yeah. So
Nice. It's not bad.
no, it'll look really good when I get it all finished. So, but yeah, that's my plan, and that's kind of what I want to really do. And I'll ask you the same question I asked Equan. Do you feel yourself moving towards statues more now that you're starting to get more in, or are you still like, no way, Hot Toys is it?
I think what Jason said to me the last two of his shows, and it still resonates till now. I guess I have to know when I put that first statue up, because
It's true.
I literally got my first my Manji cases up now, and
Okay.
the next step is to just figure out which one I want to dust out the box first and put up. So
Mhm.
if I see what that looks like and that feeling I get,
Mhm.
and then I start putting up the other ones,
Mhm.
then I can actually see if, like, you know what, I think I want to lean more into that, you know.
Okay.
Not saying that I'll ever stop collecting like 1/6 or anything like that, whether it's statue or figures, but
All right.
I could say, okay, maybe I want to even it out because right now I still swing to the 1/6 side of collecting still, and then
Okay.
sprinkle in some statues every now and again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, me putting up, well, if I look at it and I see like the presence of it and the way it looks on my setup, and then I can just be like, you know what, I'm like, maybe I should do more. So right now
Yeah.
I still lean to 1/6, albeit
Okay.
figures or statues,
Mhm.
and I'll sprinkle in a little bit of statues. But yeah,
Once
so right
you,
here,
once you set them up and yours starts looking like this,
godlike.
when you start getting this in there like this,
See, that's what I'm afraid of, man.
then you're gonna start being like, oh man, I just need more, and it's it's that's where it gets dangerous at. But I
Yeah.
mean,
You're not lying, Jimmy.
yeah, I never thought in a million years, well, I'm not gonna get a half scale, but that looks cool, but there's never way I'll get that. And uh, talking with Chasen, man, that's where it's at, son. That's what you got to be doing. I'm like, no, no. And then I started looking more at it. You know what, man, this is awesome. I'll get it. And now that I got a half scale, it's really hard to go back to like a smaller base. But it's like Chasen said, I think he told me one time, you get more with a half scale. So I'm like, well, you do get more if you have the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But, these are going to be pieces that probably won't ever leave the collection. For one, you've got like trying to get this shipped out
Crazy.
or sold. No, nobody has
Right.
well, not everybody has a half scale room to
Right.
display this stuff in. That's just what's real. Right?
Yeah, and that's me. Like, I don't have
Yeah.
that room because like my office is literally like a square and it's small.
Okay.
I mean, I can't even say it's average, but it's a small room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't really stack it. I don't want my office to get to that place where it's all layered and you have to like
Yeah. I know what you mean.
zigzag in, and then you see displays on top of each other and like right next to
Yeah.
each other. Like, I don't want to do that. So
I got you.
yeah, I'm trying my best to use every inch of wall space as I can.
Okay.
And then
When you take in your girls' rooms so you can have more space.
I brought it up again, man, to
man.
the wife. Because a lot of times we shoot the breeze and we mess around and poke fun and stuff. And I think last week I actually mentioned it again. Actually, I think she just was like, she, I guess, got the vibe that I was serious because she took me as like, oh, he's just joking. And then she was like, she was like, so what? So where are you gonna stay when they come back from college? I was like, dude, let them sleep in the guest room. I'm like, we have a guest room.
Jason's comment, man, it's hilarious. Yeah, man. I don't know, Jason.
Blackjack.
What addiction
Man,
is that?
yeah.
Nah, that'll cost you.
That'll cost you, man. That'll cost you.
People lose
Whatever.
houses over blackjack.
I
Oh
know.
my god. So that's scary to think about. But yeah, I'll be with Jason in about it's gonna calm down here. I got it here. Okay, I got it. 15 days and 12 hours till Evo, but I've got to get ready. So, we're gonna make an announcement up there when I get there, and we're probably gonna have dinner that night. You can take me to some crazy steak place, so I'm excited for or whatnot. So I'm excited to go eat there. I am. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and it's for the channels. It's for both, and I'm excited to talk more about it.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. And you're gonna be live streaming too, right?
I'm going to live stream some of it. I do have an obligation to my company to make sure that I rep it well and do stuff well, but I really want some time for myself. So I think it's going to be later in the day or whatnot. So I want to be able to, just kind of branch off, whatever. So, but I'm going to try and put my matches on the stream so
Mhm.
people can watch it. Because someone
Oh
asked me,
yeah,
"Are you
please.
gonna run that?" And I was like, "I think I'll be able to." So
Yeah, man. 'Cause, you got the whole community on, behind your back rooting
yeah,
for
man,
you.
I
So
appreciate that,
want
man.
to
I'm
see you
working hard.
succeed, man, and do well. You
Yeah,
know.
I've been working really hard. So it's 7,000 people wanting the same thing that I do. So it's gonna be kind of rough, but I think I'm ready. I feel strong, so I feel ready. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. And okay, so Marcos, if you had a choice between 1/4 and 1/3, because I know you have both,
Yeah,
like, what do you prefer? I just haven't asked you that.
1/6. I'm playing.
Oh man,
I- no,
Oh,
way off. Man.
no, 1/3 for sure. Like if it's DC for sure, 1/3. It looks better. It just
Mhm.
I'm doing 1/4 villains because that's what they make. That's the only
Yeah.
reason. And
Mhm.
I don't think like I love the villains. I like the Bat family more than the Bat villains, if that makes sense. So I'm
Okay.
trying to get all the Bat family in 1/3, and then all the villains. And if they come out with like, say, Sideshow comes out with a good premium format of
Mhm.
Nightwing, I'll get that obviously, or like a Robin, I'll get it too.
Oh
Like I'm
yeah.
gonna get that 1/4 Alfred for sure from
Okay.
Hell
Prime
yeah.
One. I'm gonna get that because I don't think that anybody would ever make a 1/3
No.
Alfred.
No
So
one will ever do
They
it.
I
won't.
gotta get
No.
him. I want Jim Gordon, and I'm guessing it's gonna be 1/4 if it ever
Mhm.
did happen. But
well, Marcos, have you? Because I know you talk about your love for Nightwing.
mhm,
I do too. I
yeah, it's my
love
favorite character in
Nightwing.
DC.
Like, yeah, aside from like basically anybody in the Bat family, Nightwing is my best,
Hmm.
except for a bunch of reasons, man. And just to see like Batman just pour into him all the time, like he's
Hmm.
the successor, like the son he never had. Really, I
Hmm.
mean, he had all of
He's the
his
golden
others,
child.
but
That's all it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And it's just like just reading the comics, the cartoons, the animation, and stuff like that. You just see how much he wants him to basically take up the mantle, and like
Hmm.
we know he did eventually, right? At some
He
point.
does
But
sometimes, and
yeah,
now he's like taking over like the world, like in the
yeah,
comics. I know that,
yeah,
so that's cool. But he's still
yeah.
Nightwing. He's not Batman, which is cool. I always wanted
Right,
that. Like he
right,
didn't have to be Batman because Nightwing's his own character.
right.
Like all the Robins besides Jason Todd, Red Hood, he has his own character now too that
Yeah,
everybody knows him as. Like,
yeah.
but Tim Drake and Damian Wayne, they're stuck right now. They don't know what to do
Yeah.
with the
So
Robins.
that's what I was going to ask you about, right? So with because in Nightwing, what I'm saying,
Hmm.
like we know his position and where he stands or whatever. But how do you feel about Damien? Because I know he's like one of the newer, as far as the come ups, newer ish.
Hmm.
And I mean, I didn't like him originally when they introduced him, but he started
Comics
to
at the
grow on me
beginning,
a
yeah.
little bit. He grew
So in
on
the
me.
comics, they did awful with him at the beginning. They made
Yep.
him like they just did
It's
awful.
not.
Like they didn't know
Yeah,
what to do with them.
I agree.
I heard they're getting a lot better. I kind of don't read comics anymore.
Mhm.
But I heard they're doing a lot better. I know the
They are.
animated movies they
They
did
are.
pretty well with him, like the
Yeah.
dynamic between him and Dick. But they didn't have like Jason or Tim in those movies, that
Mhm.
universe.
Right.
But I like Damien. It's actually my next statue coming in right now.
Okay.
So
Oh, cool. Okay.
yeah, I
That's
have
nice.
the Super Son
1/4,
statue.
1/3,
No,
1/3.
the 1/3 from Prime One. It's him and
Ah, okay.
John Kent, the Dio they have.
Mm.
Did you share that with us
Mhm.
already? I
I
don't remember
think I
that one.
have. It's not like a crazy. I got it on the
Okay.
sale. It's
Okay.
it was like $800 total, like with shipping.
Okay.
So it was a
Okay.
good
Yeah,
deal. I
nice.
got it, and it's 1/3.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta
Nice.
get it.
Okay.
Damian Wayne.
They
But
didn't. They don't make that many of the Damien statues. I
no,
only
they
have.
don't.
That's the thing. Yeah.
That's why I bought the sideshow
Hmm.
Robin with the switch out, the exclusive
It's
switch
actually a
out.
good piece. It's just smaller,
I
obviously,
like
but
it.
it's good.
Yeah, so that's the only piece I have of them. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But I know the LBS is doing a Robin. I don't know which one it's gonna be, Tim Drake or Damien. I think he said Damien one time though.
Yeah.
Jay said it, so we'll see.
Tim Drake is the oddball. I don't.
He
It's
is.
just,
He is.
I
He's
feel like
like,
he's like the middle child. That's how I feel
and
about him.
he's the redheaded stepchild of that family. He really is. Like, he
Tim
gets
Drake.
shitted on. But yeah, it's definitely my favorite is Dick, obviously, and then I like Jason Todd just because what he's been through, obviously, and he's
Yeah.
still. It's good that he's still
Yeah.
making him a killer most of the time, which I like. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Barbara Gordon, I love Babs. And no one talks about it as much. Who else do they have? Gosh, they have so many family members now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like 30 of them, I feel like.
Yeah.
But the original, yeah, I like Alfred, obviously. He's the GOAT.
Which they're coming. They have him coming out finally.
Finally,
Yeah.
dude.
Prime.
I don't care if it's 1/4. Yeah, it looks good. It's actually pretty
Right.
tall, 1/4, honestly.
It does look tall.
Yeah, it looks like at least 23-ish, 24 inches maybe.
So
Honestly, I feel like once that sells out,
Hmm.
that's gonna be something people chase, and it's gonna spike up like crazy because you're not
I'm
gonna
gonna order
find another Alfred.
You gonna order it, Jimmy?
yeah, I'm gonna order it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh yeah, because you have the to go with
Tactical
your
thing,
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if you get
Mhm.
that the throne piece, you have to get the Alfred. It just
Yeah.
makes sense in my mind.
Equan's the enabler over here. So
You have to do.
yeah.
I'm doing
Okay.
it for your own good.
Thank you.
Great.
I appreciate that. Okay, so Equan, do you prefer 1/3 or 1/4? Like, what do you prefer?
Um,
1/6?
the reason, no, yeah, 1/6. I'm never getting rid of my 1/6.
Okay.
But on like a side note, I had a bunch of. I started with 112. I had like a ton of it, but when I unboxed my like statues, I'm like, maybe I should get rid of the 112s.
Okay.
Make more space and get some money. But I would say 1/4 for now because of selection.
Okay.
There's just a lot more choice. Like, I mean, it's just that's how it works. Like, from the smaller the scale, the more choice you have.
Yeah.
So, honestly, it's gonna be 1/4 for now, but eventually, I want to have like I want to get the 1/3 stuff if it's the right piece. Again, like
Yeah.
I said before, it's got to be the right piece first.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, 1/4
So you're making some good moves, man. Like the 1/4 tactical is literally just one of the most amazing statues I've ever seen. I mean, it is. Freddie, what do you prefer? Do you like bigger's better, or do you are you down with 1/3 or 1/4, or are you still with the 1/7, 1/6 scale?
I'm right. I mean, I would like to stay in a sweet spot, which is 1/4, right?
Yeah,
Whether
that's a
it's
good sweet spot.
whether it's figures or because this right here is a figure, right?
Yeah.
Which is whether it's figures or statues. I want to stay in 1/4 because
Mhm.
again, just my vision as far as my office, it's
Mhm.
not that big. 1/4 is good. I can get a lot in there.
Right.
And then I can do a couple of like 1/3. Like here, I probably have a small little line of 1/3.
Yeah.
1/4 definitely. I'm still always gonna stick to 1/6. I
Okay.
love it, and my collection in my mind that I want to do because I have other displays coming. I love dioramas, whether it's dioramas that like you did with the Iron Man and
Mhm.
create diorama,
Yeah.
or with 1/6 because I'm not a fan of. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of. I don't want to just get statues and just line it up, right?
Okay.
Like you, Jimmy, like what you do because I love every time you show it. I love looking at your Iron Man. I love doing a diorama kind of display, kind of like tell a
Yeah.
story a little bit, putting the statues
Sure.
together to make something. Same thing with 1/6, which I'm gonna have at least a couple of Back to the Future. I want to do a scene or tell a story. So,
Yeah.
which is why I can't do 1/3 a lot because I don't have that much
Yeah.
space. And
Yeah.
if I get 1/3, it's just gonna be lined up. I don't want to just line it up. I want to
Yeah.
tell a story with the 1/6 than with the 1/4. So that's
I-
I'm a diorama guy. So that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
If I get predators, right, we joke about it. But it's like, man, I want to put some trees around it. I want to put an alien
Yeah.
like behind the bushes. That's me.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those guys. Who's like,
Yeah.
I want to create something.
That's
So
cool though. I like
that's
that,
me.
man.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I should have took some pictures when I got that hot toy. I sent it back, but put the hot toy next to the Hulkbuster by Queen. Bro, it looks like one of his toes or something. It's like really little, so little. I was like, this ain't gonna work. Yeah,
Hulk smash.
it's like, oh my god, it ain't gonna work. But I mean, Marcus was talking about it earlier. But speaking of,
Oh, but I wasn't lying about 1/6. I do like 1/6 and One Piece and like anime statues. Like that's
I
like
do
my
too.
favorite scale. So like
It's
I
perfect.
like 1/6 and 1/3 are probably my two favorites, depending on the lines, obviously.
yeah, I do too. I mean, there's so many great 1/6 scale Iron Man that I would just love to have.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know you talked about LBS earlier, Marcos, but this past week, Sunday, I think it was, Art the Statue Collector was able to reveal some of these pictures of the new Joker by LBS, and I already had seen some pictures before, but I didn't know they were going to have a Harley Quinn switch out that resembled the Alex Ross piece. I can tell you 100% who's behind this. Chris, the Batman statue collector, advised them.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
No doubt about
He
it.
said he's given them a lot of ideas. And he said,
Yeah.
they took some of them and didn't take some other, but yeah, he 100% did this.
Yeah, 100%. He advised them this would be great, and I agree with him. It looks fantastic. This base that they showed off was extremely impressive.
Hmm.
So they have the Arkham Asylum in front, but on the back of it, it has the Alex Ross portrait of Batman surrounded by his villains. And when I saw that, I'm like, dude, this is such a great idea. And I just immediately thought it was Chris because he has that one. He has that Alex Ross piece. I want it.
The what is it called? Joker's Reckoning, I think.
Yeah, I think it's what it is. Yeah. And I want that piece too, but I mean, I had to make a decision. But anyways,
It's
that
a
was
lot of
really
money.
nice. Oh, you did it? Yeah, it's like it's a lot.
14, 1500, something crazy.
Yeah, but it's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, it is for sure.
But this here, this new design, how many statue companies have a switch out that changes it so much to where you add another statue to it?
That's crazy.
Like, who does that?
I've
No one.
never heard that.
But the thing is, like,
Never heard of
about
it.
this whole line,
Mhm.
these are all like, what do they call it? Like museum poses, but they're
Right.
not at the same time. They're dynamic too, which doesn't happen a lot, And there's so many switch outs. I don't know how
Mhm.
many they're gonna do, obviously, but you
I've
can make
seen
it. You can make it a straight up museum, and you can make
Mhm.
it like this, where it's kind of dynamic, and then
Yeah.
they're just doing a lot. They have a lot of great ideas. That's all it is right now. So
Yeah.
far that I've seen.
I mean, I've seen portraits of him with his glove being pulled. I've seen a crowbar behind him. I've
Knife,
seen him with a knife,
guns.
guns. And then this was shown as another proximity piece as a switch out. So you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of something that XM did years ago, which is they added a proximity piece to another statue. They added an Iron Man inside a Hulkbuster. So when people saw this, they lost their shit. Like, oh my god, I gotta have this. I gotta have this. It sold out immediately. But that's what it kind of reminds me of, is that you can actually add another piece to it and change the look of it to where it resembles Alex Ross. Now, how beast mode would it be to have that and the Alex Ross portrait behind it?
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
man.
Dude, come on, man. That's
I'm
like,
sure that's what people are looking for right now.
yeah. And Dan Default has, he has number one of that
Really?
particular one. Yeah,
That's crazy.
He sent me a picture of it one time. I was like, dude, there's no way. And guess who got it for him? Take a guess. Charles.
Mhm.
The man that knows how to get stuff, man. He does. He sent me a picture the day of, hey, just let me know if you're interested. And it was a Thor by Alex Ross. It was incredible. Like, I had a hard time saying no. But it had Loki with it. Oh, it's just amazing. It was amazing. But I couldn't look at it for lunch. I would have bought it if I did. But anyways, yeah, I mean, looking at that and their ideas and what they want to do with LBS, I mean,
Did you guys hear the lineup they're gonna do? Like
I did.
on the Christmas thing, they have a lot of pieces coming out. So
what was really awesome to hear is they're going to get to a point to where, okay, we've done museum. Now we're going to
yeah, I
be
forgot.
dynamic. And I think the first one is Superman versus Doomsday.
Mhm.
And look, if they do anything like what they're doing with their museum line, I mean, it
I'd rather
sounds
see like something like Superman versus Brainiac though. I would like to
something
rather see
different.
something like that. Yeah,
something different.
because
Yeah,
we've seen the Prime one, Doomsday Superman. I think that's like obviously they could do better, but that piece is
it's amazing.
amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It
is
that's a
amazing.
piece. So
And if you look at that piece, I've seen some pictures of people have it in hand. It's crazy big. It is crazy big. You don't realize how big it is until you see it like on a shelf or whatever. But yeah, I was pretty blown
That
away by
piece.
that piece.
I know I am. That Superman piece. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, if I was more of a Superman fan, I'd have it. But I'm just, I love Batman more than I
Oh,
love
me too.
Superman. So, but that's why I don't have it.
I
But
just feel like I have to have one Superman piece. It just has to happen. You know, like in 1/3 too. I just gotta have it. At least
yeah,
one.
I mean, Prime One is, will we be saying the same thing in 3 years? Does Prime One still hold the crown with 1/3 DC?
I don't think they want to hold it anymore. What they're
No
doing,
way.
they're going 1/4 nowadays. Like,
Okay, well let me say this: will they still hold the crown for their DC pieces? If LBS keeps going down this route, dude, they're going to be a contender. Like I know
mhm,
Prime One has held it down for a long time, but they're going to be a contender. I think what Prime One really does well is their bases are amazing, and it really adds to the piece. And they have such great ideas to make almost like a little diorama with the base in it. And no one else really does that. But look at how amazing the bases are for LBS. I mean, I've
mhm.
never seen some quite like that. So I do know one guy that's getting their Hulk, and he showed me where it's going and everything else, whatever. That is not as big as Queen's Hulkbuster, but it's up there, man. It's up there. You have to have a lot of room for that bad boy, and that base takes up a lot of real estate. So you're a big Hulk fan, that's the way to go for sure. There's not one better than that one. Not that I've seen, anyways. I've seen a few customs, but nothing like that.
Yeah, I think that's the best Hulk on the market.
Yeah. So without saying too much, I do know one thing. I was talking with someone this week, and they are making a custom Ironmonger one
Ooh.
for scale. So with the Jeff Bridges portrait movie base, and I already got 3 people wanting to buy it, and including me, of course. So this is actually going to happen, and I am going to get that. It's one statue that I just need, man. I need that one in my collection so terribly bad. But I want that one to come next. So it's probably a few years down the road, but I'm going to get it, and I was super excited to hear about it. So
Very happy
What
to
what
hear
what
more.
scale? What scale?
it's going to be a 1/4 scale,
1/4.
and it's going to. I'm going to help them with the art direction of what some of the design and what it should look like. I'm just going to kind of give them advice. I'm no graphic designer by any means. I can Photoshop. That's about it. So I'm just going to kind of give my feedback and see what they think, and take it from there, man. I'm excited for it though.
Nice.
That's one piece that I really wanted terribly, so I'm glad it's actually happening.
So is it that so no company has tackled Ironmonger statue?
Hot Toys only for Hot Toys, but
Oh,
no one else has done
Just
Iron.
Queen base. And that's about it. Like he's on the base,
That's it.
kind of like his
Yeah.
head is.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
about
I
it.
don't want to get that Hot
Like,
Toys one
I
now.
wonder why
so-
is that? Man?
I don't know, but I mean, I really
just-
wanted it with the Jeff Bridges portrait.
You got to think about it though. That movie's pretty like to what it is now. It's pretty old. It
Mhm.
wasn't like a smash hit. I love it, but it wasn't like a $1 billion movie. And like he wasn't brought back for more movies, obviously too. So like
Mhm.
maybe just not like companies don't think it's that big of a character, to make money off of.
Yeah, and the way the economy is right now, and the way statue
Yeah.
business is right now, we're gonna make stuff that makes money. We want to make something that's gonna get people excited and people want to buy. Um, I did see another piece this week too, and let's see here real quick.
I don't know. I just have in my mindset that anything Iron Man in an Iron Man suit or a kind of like would sell. So in my mind, I'm like, man, it's one of Stark's tech, man. So it's like,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
why not do it? I'm like, it'll sell. People are gonna want to buy it just because it's an Iron Man suit.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Oh, Tony Todd.
But I did see this today as well. So the PCS is doing a Candyman. I knew they were going to, but now they're showing more teasers for this. and I have to admit, it looks pretty darn epic.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
I love Candyman.
Yeah, this is going to be a great piece. Man, shout out to PCS, man. I only want them to succeed, and they are doing much better than they were. Much better. So I'm excited for them. Yeah, I mean their line looks great, and they're doing Leatherface next, I think,
Yeah.
and now they have Candyman. I think the portrait looks very close, so I need to see it in light, of course,
Yeah,
but it
better
looks really
lighting.
good.
Yeah, I like it, man. I mean, not that it matters too much unless like you're a big like horror junkie and it's like you care, but I mean, this is Candyman 2. So I don't know the difference between like part one suit and part two suit. I mean,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I mean, but again, if you're one of those who's just like, I just want to get him in hand, just like
Mhm.
this, the fact that he's doing like these, I call them like B tier horror characters because they're not like that top level like Freddy, Jason, Chucky,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Michael
Yeah,
Myers. They're not that class A. They're like the second one, like right underneath, you know.
They're
yeah,
more cult
And
classics than they are
yeah, yeah,
mainstream.
Leatherface, Candyman. So I'm glad
Hmm.
that somebody out there is taking I don't want to say a risk because again, people want these because you get everything else. So I'm glad that they're doing this, man. That's what's up.
yeah. I mean, when I look at this piece, it reminds me of watching it when I was a kid, but and how terrifying it was. What I love about it is there's so much great detail, but the bass is freaking awesome. He's got like bees on the bass. They're calling his
Hmm.
shoes and stuff. I thought that was awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they get this complete and the full reveal. It looks great so far, though.
Man, I was scared of bees for a minute after watching this shit when I was little.
Scared of bees. Yeah.
Again, I was young, man. I was like, what, 8, 10, maybe, when I first saw it.
I was like, I didn't want to say his name in the mirror 3 times
Oh man,
in the dark. Crazy.
yeah. And there's another piece that was teased today as well. Let me bring this up here.
I'm actually curious about the swap outs because you know he got to have some swap outs.
Yeah, I
I'm
want to see
curious.
what
Is
they're
like you
doing with
give him a
it.
regular hand, take the hook
Yeah,
off.
I don't know what this is. I'm so
I
confused.
don't know how crazy it is because you know the remake for Candyman, the
I
one
like
Oh
that
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
has the
Jordan
same
Peele.
outfit, I think, at the end. So I
Yeah.
don't know if they can switch out the head or something.
I see what you're saying.
yeah. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that would be cool. They should do something like that. They should offer some switch outs. I'm sure there'll be an exclusive for their website.
Mhm.
Another great move by Ant. Exclusives, only a certain amount from their website. Um,
I don't know why
yeah,
people don't do that.
PCS is
Nobody's doing this
great.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah, this is XM's piece. It's supposedly it's Professor X, different
Yes.
version. But they were talking about it today on on Aang. He teased this today from XM and was showing a little bit, and I think the sculpt looks great for this piece. I'm looking forward to seeing what they'll end up doing and how this will turn out. But they have a lot of teasers, my friends, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see what they end up doing with their line this year. I've said it before on stream too, but XM always launches one major piece every year, like something very,
Last
very.
year it was like the Maestro one, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Maestro. Yeah.
Maestro is their big reveal, and there should be one this year too. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm looking forward to it. I know they're working on Galactus on Throne, so that
Wow.
could be something. From what I understand, that is going to be a crazy big statue. So I'm glad I'm not getting it, but it's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be good. I'm sure it will be. XM doesn't miss too much on comic. They usually do pretty well.
I mean, this is a pretty modern Professor X.
Oh, is that right?
It's from like the House of X storyline. It's a pretty relatively new. It's only like a couple years old.
Okay.
Basically, he takes over a new body of an existing mutant, and that's why he can walk. And he's that big head on his big helmet.
It's pretty sick, actually. The
Yeah.
sculpt looks awesome on it. Just an amazing piece. I think it looks great. I want to see more, of course, but I think it looks awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, like I said, with their line. So I know they got some plans, and hopefully they'll reveal them soon.
Yeah, this looks good, man. I wonder, uh
Okay.
is that helmet, is it like connected to Cerebro? Any, you think?
I don't remember.
Like it's just
I
like
never.
it's basically like a phone, like it's just like a, like to have it like with him instead of like going to actual Cerebro. I wonder if that's what
Yeah,
that
I know
is.
he needs a helmet to tap into something, so maybe a portable one.
Yeah, but that's
Uh,
kind of what I meant, like a portable Cerebro. But that'd be
yeah.
cool. Um, but yeah, I like the concept, man. I'm like, if I was an X-Men collector, like this,
Mhm.
like these like little niche stuff, man, I'd be the one trying to grab these. Like if I did X-Men, I get all like I don't want to say oddball pieces, but the one where it's just like, oh wow, that's, you know what I mean? That's cool. Not like just the
Yep.
standard. Oh, this is the X-Men right here. This is another. Like
Right.
no, I like the cool ones, the ones that are like different.
Yeah. If
Nice.
people didn't know statues or comics, they walk into your man cave and see this, like, man,
Yeah.
that's cool. What is this?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Basically, it makes you like want. And I've always been like that. I'm like I like pieces
Hmm.
that tell a story. Where it's like you don't just walk in and
Hmm.
you just see, oh, you got Professor X. Oh, that's Cyclops. Oh, that's da da da. And that's cool,
Hmm.
right? But when they look at them, like, wait, who is that? I'm like, it's Professor X. What? And then you start telling,
Yeah.
that builds conversation and it makes you talk about your piece. I've always been like that. Those like little things right there, man. But yeah, that's a cool piece, man. I can't wait to see what it looks like with the paint.
Yeah. I mean, something like that. I mean, I think it's just fantastic. I mean, um, just that, like I said, that one-off piece that, for first of all, it looks godlike, right? And you walk in and it's
Yeah,
like, man, what
yeah,
is this?
yeah,
It's really cool to have them with your X-Men. I think that'd be awesome.
yeah.
Let me go to this next pic. This is something I photoshopped, and it got a lot of hype in godlike statues.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
So we had a lot of hype in godlike for this. So I'm sorry, Freddie, man. I see the look on your face already, man. But
Are
um,
these custom pieces, the ones in the front?
they're PCS.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, these are PCS statues. So can you imagine having the whole line and having, I think I talked about this, having the 1/4 scale, you can just prop it up with like a riser in the back and kind of have it like a diorama like this. I thought that would look really good. Now, mind you, those are 1/3 of the turtles, and so they're going to be big. But if you prop it up like that, I think it would look just really amazing.
When are those turtles coming out? The ones in the front?
I know some of them are already out. I don't know if the whole collection's out right now.
I don't
Um,
think those are it, right? I think
they,
those are different ones.
yeah, no, they are. Let me show you.
Okay, maybe
Let
I'm
me
tripping. I don't know.
let me show you here, sir. Let me show you. So I investigated it a little more. So yeah, me and Jason were talking about these. Yeah, so uh, oh, this one's already waitlisted too. And what developers do we have here? Make sure I'm not telling you the wrong info. Yep. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we're gonna go off Sideshow here. Yeah, here's the deluxe version with the goggles and then the regular. But it looks like the wait list is up. But these are 1/3 PCS
Mm,
turtles.
yeah.
But aren't these different than the ones that you were just showing?
They are different. Let me see.
I think. I don't know. I could be. I don't know if I'm tripping.
You know, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. What are these then? I thought
What
these
the hell
were.
are those?
Hang on. Uh, I thought these were PCS, bro. I really did.
Doesn't say. Are they customs? Because I like. Honestly, I kind of like those custom. If they're custom, I like those. The ones that you posted more.
I think I do too. Well,
Oh, I thought you were just teasing something that was coming out. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah,
What are those? Where'd you find those pieces?
I think they may be custom because if they are, I don't know who made them. But let's see. Let me just bring this back up real quick. I can find out. I'll post it. And,
Yeah, chat says it's unlicensed.
okay, that sounds right. Then I thought for sure it was a
That
PC.
Leo looks so dope, man. That's my favorite
It
one.
does.
So.
It does. I think it is unlicensed, but man, we did a great job with these, and I think they look great. But to have them all like this and this scale, these could be 1/4, and they look pretty small, so maybe they are 1/4.
That is the reason why I'm holding off on the last Ronin, because I want like a statue of all four like that.
Well, okay,
It's the only
Yeah.
reason.
I think it looks great.
Yeah. So like I was sharing with you guys backstage at one point the one that this was like based off of.
Oh, my comic, there it is.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first issue, Aaron Bartling, Last
Yeah,
Ronin,
hold
stat,
that
He's holding up like a $1,000 book right there.
yeah. So this is a #1 issue, man. I got it. I think the same month these released. I had to pay resale, obviously, but yeah, that's what it's based off of. Last Ronin #1
So-
edition, Aaron Barton special exclusive. Also came with a coin. I'm not gonna open it though, because I eventually got to get this graded and
Mhm.
signed, remarked. Hopefully, it comes back with a 98 and higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that made me when we were discussing it too, I was like, I got to get that and then get that statue as well, and basically line this up like right next to it and display it with my CGC Ronin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah,
That's
man.
great.
Yeah, and you enabled me because I wasn't even thinking about it. And then you showed it, and I was like, wait, I think I have that one. They got so much stuff.
Mhm.
Like, and I was just like, wait, let me dig around. And I was like, lo and behold, I'm like, oh, I do have it.
Are all three of us going to get that? I have a feeling that might
I
happen.
think so. We're all gonna. Hey, when that sale hits, I think
Yeah, exactly.
we're all gonna be like, "Hey, guess what? Yeah, we got it. Hey, let's do a triple live unboxing. Let's do
That'd be cool.
Let's do it packed.
a triple live unboxing. Yeah, I think that'd be great. I didn't know that these were custom. I sure thought they were PCS, but I saw them together. I'm like, man, this would look great with the Ronin, and I just photoshopped it together, and like, boom, there it was.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
a great piece, man.
yeah. So, yeah, man. So that's my plan to start moving stuff around and start to rebuild some of these in uh, my collection, and then also redoing these these muscle racks into like a Maji case, a very large one. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's my plan anyway. Let me come in here.
Yeah, man, but I'm definitely a fan of if I put in the prints like right behind, or it's like a proximity piece or something, like or even a comic.
Yeah,
Just, like right next to your piece to kind of like complement the display, especially if it's like the same, kind of like image or similar. And then just like to me, it makes it pop more. In my opinion.
yeah. I think altogether they're going to look really good. Yeah, I look forward to getting that last Ronin piece and adding that. It's a great standalone for me, so it'll be a one and done for me for that. But I think it looks great together, even with all the turtles. It looks really good.
Yeah. See, man, that's the difference, man. I get that one. I'm gonna be tempted to get the Raph on bike.
Oh, okay.
I mean the Michelangelo on bike, the last Ronin from PCS, because that one looks good too.
Yeah, the chat is confirming it was custom.
Okay.
He even said April is next.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna get those, Jimmy, right? And that's it. You're not gonna try to continue online.
I'm just gonna get the last Ronin piece. That's the one I really want. So I think that'll be a great standalone. If I go any harder on that, it's gonna take a lot more room and room that I want to use for other stuff. But I think it's a great standalone. I think it's just awesome. But I've got two standalones. I got Berserk 1/3 coming, and then this one. So
Watch Jimmy next year though. Look, guys, I got all the turtles now too.
yeah. I mean, and that could very
Even
easily
Splinter.
happen. Yeah, that could very easily happen too. Because once you go one, it's hard to stop at one,
I know.
especially when you display it and look at it. Oh man, we need this or we need this. And,
Yeah,
yeah, so,
that's why I can't get with the people. I mean, if that's what you like, then that's fine. But I can't just get that Mike Paiso without the Spirit Turtles.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that would annoy me to no end. You look at it every day, like it's supposed to come with some turtles.
yeah, so it's like me looking at the Predator Deluxe or non-deluxe. Deluxe has the Max skull on the base, and I'm like, I don't really need the skull, whatever. I'll just get the other. Man, it's missing the skull on the base. It should have the skull on the base.
Yeah, that would bother me. Yeah, so I always go Ultimate Edition for everything, man. I mean, there are exceptions to the rule. I know we've discussed that on shows before, but in general, I'm like, just give me everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely down with that. But guys, that's really all I had tonight, man. Thanks for everybody for getting on. I know we went like an hour and 30 minutes. I only planned on doing like an hour, but it went a little long for sure. But thanks for everyone getting on and coming. I know this was last minute. I mean, but everybody like jumped to it, so I appreciate that. I really do. But I will be on this Friday with Jason and Jason's show, and then I will be
Friday or Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. I'm sorry, it'll be Saturday. I'll try to sneak one more, stream on throughout the week. I try not to make it a surprise, but I felt like this week was. I mean, my brain is so tired from Street Fighter, like concentrating and wanting to do something else. So, but I got to stay at it because it'll be here before you know it. But, all right, guys, that's really all I had, and thanks for everybody getting on. I appreciate everybody, and make sure you tune in Saturday for Jason's show. Okay, guys, you guys have a good night. Stay godlike.
All right, community.
Later.